The Volquest 2-Minute Drill is brought to you by Craven Wings.
With Rob Lewis, Brent Hubbs, Volquest.com. A little Craven Wings full court press. Tennessee loses its fifth straight road game, losing at Auburn. Auburn in a must-win situation, but Tennessee could not find offense down the stretch. Auburn wins by a score of 79-70. Rob, a lot of things to look at in this game statistically. Not bad things for Tennessee. Shooting percentage, rebounding, turnovers. But when you don't make a bucket the last 6-15, it's hard to win a basketball game, particularly on the road.
It's you can pretty much start and end it right there. I mean, that's the lead. You know, that you don't score in the final 6-13. The last shot, Santi hit it in a little jumper from the elbow, gives Tennessee a 63-60 lead. He'd thrown a couple in pretty rapid succession there. It didn't feel like Tennessee had control, but it felt like they had Auburn back on their heels a little bit. And then Auburn just closes them out. Tennessee could not buy a bucket. And I'm not using Zakai as an excuse at all. I mean, Tennessee, and Rick didn't either in his postgame. He stayed well away from that. But two areas where I think you really saw his absence show up today. Wendell Green killed Tennessee. 22 points. And he was 2 of 10 in Knoxville. I mean, Zakai was in his jock all game long. Green probably doesn't go 2 of 10 again, but I would take my odds on Zakai keeping him in check better than Tennessee was able to today. And that last 6-13, I feel like he helps you get a bucket somewhere. Is it enough to overcome a 9-point deficit? I don't know, but I don't think that Tennessee closes the game looking that incompetent on offense.
Yeah, I mean, Tennessee, only 7 shots in the last 6-13. That seems like not a lot to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's not out of the realm in college basketball, but Tennessee had a hard time getting points, had a hard time getting looks, and had a hard time creating anything easy for themselves, which is the concern about this team without Zakai Ziegler, right?
Your senior, the guy who, probably knew that he was going to have to shoot today. Olivia does not take the second half, doesn't get a rebound. You can't have that level of no-show from your post guys in general, but the senior, in particular. That same group, Hubbard scored 35 points against Arkansas on Tuesday night, and tonight in the second half they went for 3.
Rob, big picture for Tennessee now. All fans want to know. We'll see likely a Thursday night, depending on how games finish today for Tennessee in the SEC tournament and then the NCAA tournament. The question about this team is, can they find any kind of consistency on a team that's been marred by inconsistency all year long? Not just without Zakai Ziegler, but really an inconsistent basketball team, particularly when they get away from home.
Yeah, and we're recording this on March 4th, so I'm not looking for anything to change. I think it's just a guessing game. I think even with Zakai, even at full strength, it's not like you knew what you were going to get from one night to the next, especially offensively. And I could see them winning a couple in Nashville. They'll have to play great defense. Lights out defense to get to Saturday. I would think, but I think this team is capable of that. Can they win 4 in a row? I have a hard time seeing that, Brent.
Yeah, it certainly does feel that way. And you mentioned the defense. Auburn shoots 49% from the field. Tennessee and Auburn made the same number of threes. Just Tennessee could not throw it in the ocean the last 6 minutes to give themselves a chance to win it in the final minutes. Full coverage of Tennessee's 79-70 loss to Auburn at Volquest.com. That's going to do it for this edition of the Volquest.com Full Court Press, presented by our good friends at Craven Wings.
When you're craving wings, it's got to be Craven Wings. Online at cravenwings.com.